Hey everyone, Ali here with another Walker's Quests, show where I build theme decks around the quests set by Magic Jewels. Alright, this week's weekly quest is The Horror. The Horror as a community attack with 200,000 horrors. And the daily quest is Delver of Secrets, transform to a permanent 20 times, Law and Order, cast 15 white or blue spells, versus, and Champion of the Dragon Skull Summit, win 2 games where you cast a black or red spell. The deck into this episode is probably one of my favourite styles of play, known as Counterburn. Basically, this is a red-blue deck which has very few creatures and basically solely works on burning and countering whatever your opponent happens to play. We have Jace and Chandra in this deck. Jace actually synchronizes this deck quite nicely. Getting up to when we flip him over, we can then use his ability to cast all my instants and sorceries out of the graveyard. And Chandra, because of the red spells, we can, and they're quite cheap red spells as well, meaning we can quickly flip her over, and then we can have quite a lot of direct damage as we need to. We do have thing in the ice. This is actually will help us to get rid of that flipping transform mechanic, and it actually synchronizes quite well with this. Whenever we cast an instant sorcery, we remove ice counters. When we've got no ice counters, we can flip it over with the Kraken Horror. Harbinger of Tides is actually just in there more of a creature to add in, plus we can pay an extra 2 to flash it into play, which is quite nice. We've got all sorts of burn spells in there. Dragon Fodder is in there to add a couple of little creatures out into the field to stall. We've got all sorts of counter spells and delay spells as well. Aligned Hedron Network to help deal with the really big creatures, get them out off the field. Rise from the Tides, another one that synchronizes quite nicely, turning all my instants and sorceries into zombies. And yeah, just mostly burn and spells. We got Awakening as well in there to help out. I had looked at a few cards that had Surge, but to be honest, that like a lot of them were just being overshadowed by some slightly better things. Like, I'll just bring it up. There's a red spell. What was it called again? Hang on, I'll just bring this up. It's quite expensive. It deals. So yeah, this ended up becoming quite often things about balancing. Like, so we got Boulder Salvo, 5 mana, 4 damage to target creature, or if I played another spell, I can Surge it for 2. Okay, the Surge is quite nice. It's a sorcery. Exquisite Firecraft, 3 mana sorcery, 4 damage to target creature or player. It's slightly better. On top of that, they can't counter it. So a lot of this became a case of juggling and balancing out, like which cards were worth more for this deck. There were also like I was considering if we go to the blue section. Where are you? I was considering Willbreaker, but chances are most of the creatures are going to get burnt to death or countered or bounced, so it's not that useful. Disciple of the Ring would have been nice, would have synchronized quite nicely in this deck, but again, you know, it's probably not really worth it. Soulblade Jinn, again, I don't use enough creatures to really warrant that. So it's interesting because a lot of these cards, you look at this is one of the interesting things about Counterburn is it's about trying to balance the instants and sorceries with the cards that benefit or work with instants and sorceries. Sadly, I think this has sort of been pushed back and back and back by Wizards with the later sets. It was extremely strong and obvious in Ravnica, City of Guilds, and Return to Ravnica with the Azet style of play. But again, Return to Ravnica kind of pushed it away, and you start to try and it's like, oh, okay, throw in the synchronized cards, and then you just remove the synchronizing cards because they end up not actually benefiting that well. But many of the decks that center around instant sorceries actually are not that bad. In fact, many of them, if you wanted to do a deck on a budget and you weren't worried about the format, then it's just casual format, counterburn decks are extremely good for that style, for decks on a budget. Anyway, we'll check out how well this deck goes, and we will see how well we do. Alright, here we go into game number 1. Judging by that, I'm thinking it might be green, white, blue, so Bant. We'll see. Alright, so my opponent plays first. Ooh, would be nice to have some red, but I think we might. We'll keep that. It's a bit of a gamble, but I don't think it's going to work in our favour without some more red lands. So yes, definitely white there. Bit of a waste of that card being used. Play that. It'd be nice to get some red lands out. If we get some red mana, we can start sort of firing back. So I almost want that to tap so I can send it back. Target creature and opponent controls. It's a bit unfortunate. I might actually just play it down as a bit of a defensive measure now. Alright. What's he gonna do? I'm not too worried about that, because he has to tap another creature to gain life. So yes, this is a Bant deck. I haven't had much success against Bant decks lately. I'm not doing too well at the moment. Attack. Might just have to play the Skyline Cascade now. And Harbinger of Tides. We'll send out the other one. It's not, okay, I didn't maximize its ability, but having the creatures on the field gives me some defensive power and gives me some offensive power. So he's turning into a 2/2 with Vigilance. 0/6 wall. So that get plus on total land you control if you do. So let's turn that into a 3/3. Unfortunately, I can't bounce that, but we can sort of deal with it if I get some freaking. If I actually got some lands, it would be red lands. It would be quite easy to knock that out. But what we'll do. Attack with all. We're going to stop the timer. Actually, I don't want to disperse that. Now that I think about it. Because the last thing we need is to give him another land. That's all good. Can keep up the damage. Worst case scenario, I can disperse one of his other creatures. Yeah, be nice to get some red lands out. Deal to the that land. What's he gonna do? Put a land on top of his... Yes, he's putting a land on top of his library. Actually... So he's gonna bounce that back to my hand. Yep, whatever. I think, we'll disperse. Yeah, unfortunately, if I don't get a... Yeah, unfortunately without any mountains, I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. This is not going well. A couple of mountains would be... yeah, this is unfortunate because it's like... That's a little bit counterintuitive to disperse some of his cards because they just benefit him anyway. I suppose one advantage is here, and yeah, I'm stuffed. No, unfortunately, without the mountains, I can't do anything. So I think I'm just gonna have to take it like a take the beating and just end it. Unfortunately, just unless I can get out a mountain, which if I can get a mountain might actually be good. In fact, if I can get a mountain, that wouldn't... There we go. So what we'll do, we'll play Harbinger of Tides. Send that back to his hand. And we'll play Dragon Fodder to get out a couple of little creatures to block with. Right, now I'm back on the defensive. So now Fiery Impulse is going to be more useful. If I can get some more lands out, I knock off that wall. It'll probably give me... It's not too much of it. I'm almost tempted to just let that through because it's not an issue if that comes through because I can kill it later. Yeah, so you'll attack with that. Taking out the 2-3 is probably more important. I'm just wondering whether or not... I'm actually thinking, just take the damage. Take the damage now. Hang on. If a creature enters the battle, you may... So that's probably more important that I get rid of Kiora, because that's already getting too powerful. Again, another land would be nice. Could do Boiling Earth to knock out some of those creatures. Unfortunately, that land's in the way. How many counters? One. I'm almost tempted to go... Get some more lands out. I can start utilizing a lot more cards. What's he gonna do? Okay. I'm gonna attack with all there. Stop and Fiery Impulse. So at least I get 1 damage stalling out that Kiora. So Kiora's going to be stalled out, which is a good thing. And I've knocked off one of his creatures. So I'm in a slightly okay position. Share drop, destroy target tap creature, and he'll probably awaken something. Yep, unfortunately. So again, if I can get out another mountain, it'd be very, very good right about now. I don't know why the lands aren't coming out. It's a bit unfortunate. Interesting that he didn't attack. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Do I want to use Exquisite Firecraft or Ravaging Blaze? I'm thinking the Blaze is probably worth using now, because I can use the craft in combination. So, but it's an instant anyway. No, I know what I'll do. Screw up. So I think I know what he'll do, which, yep. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy for that. I lose my goblin, whoop-de-doo. I could kill the land now, but I'm going to end there. Hold back, because I want to use that Ravaging Blaze on his land. Kiora's not that much of a threat at the moment. Nope. Where you going to play 3 and target that. And yeah, we'll knock down Kiora, because that way she's not in my way. So yeah, this almost looks so I could easily kill Kiora right now if I wanted to, but I don't think it's going to be much benefit for me to do that yet. Turn to go give your head to your hand. So we're actually doing pretty well here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, now I want to play that Exquisite Firecraft on his 2-3, so that's out of the way. And that gives me a couple of I can then chuck in the goblins. Yeah, that might actually be the best play at the moment, is to just remove that. No point in attacking, because it will just... And we'll play out a couple of goblins and just leave it there. out one more land. Can use Boiling Earth to bring out a 4/4 land. Let's see. Or land card from graveyard to its owner's hand. You gain 6 life. I'm not too worried. Yeah. Bounce that back to my hand. So I can't use it. Oh well. And that's not really going to be much use to him. He'll probably activate Cura. At the moment, Rise from the Tide seems like my best move. Boiling Earth would be quite useful, but I'm thinking, because I can get 7 zombies out, I could try and get 8. It's not really going to be much use. It'd be useful if I could combo that with something, so I think it's best to go Rise from the Tides. So what are they doing now? No, we'll go Boiling Earth. We'll risk it. Skip attack. So we have a 4/4 land. I mean, Boiling Earth could have been thrown off much earlier to knock out those 1/1s earlier, but unless he's got something to bounce that mountain back to my hand, it's actually in a very, very good spot. And then Rise from the Tides next turn is just, it's going to be a lot more. Destroy all non-land creatures, and he will awaken. So that's where I'm just bounce that back to his hand, and it will screw him over. Thanks to Harbinger of the Tides. I think he forgot that he sent Harbinger of the Tides back to my hand. He might try and attack with that. Nope, he's going to use it. Let's see, Vigilance 4/5. Okay. Well, that's actually good for me because I will play Harbinger of the Tides, bounce that back to his hand, and disperse that. And goodbye, Cura. I don't want you hanging around anymore. Right, so that makes this now much easier to deal with. I'm not worrying about a Planeswalker on the field. Okay, another Planeswalker comes out. And it'll probably flip over and become a target for me. Unless he ends up putting a defender in place. It's a target. Easy target 2. So there's that 4/5 again. I mean, the other option is I bounce that back to his hand. Probably will play that. Yeah, so he's got another defender in place. How many? 7. Keep up. Damn, this is not good. I can't get through that, so we'll just see if he does anything. Nope. Best to stay there put. Rise from the tides. That's actually really good. So that's 9 zombies on the field, and then they untap next turn. Even if he has some way of getting rid of 1 or 2 of them. Yep. So, fortunately, untap 6 lands that begin 6 elementals. Yeah, I really need to get on to getting rid of that. You've done your job. Oh, wait, that's right, Death Touch. That was silly. Wasn't paying attention. Change creature doesn't tap. Whatever. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think he figured out that Nissa was dead either way, so... Oh man, I'm gonna need some stuff to bounce and counter those. I'll take the damage this... No, block it now. I'm gonna have to keep those zombies back until I can figure out how to deal with them. So unfortunately, no attacking with the zombies this turn. Yeah, that actually kind of works. Stay back. And continue. I mean, if I can stall long enough, he might deck himself, but I don't see that happening. What's he gonna play? What's he going to play? Tap 2 target creatures. Right. I'm not worried about that. I mean, at best, you could play a fog, but somehow I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, we'll knock that out. Definitely. Trailing behind here. Unfortunately, I don't think this is... I think we might be losing this one. But, we're holding out. We're holding out. Sacrifice. Two basic land cards and they'll put them into play. Wait, I'll put 1 into play, giving his... Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate. Nope. We're back on the defensive here. Unfortunately, no... we haven't scored any counter spells, which would have been much better earlier on if we'd picked up a couple of those. Nope. That's that, I think. We'll call it... we call a loss there. But held out reasonably well. We've stalled for a long time. So... stalled out reasonably well, but no. Just not quite enough. We're lacking those counter spells. Getting those out, if I had those sitting in the hand much earlier, would have been good, and getting a mountain early on would have been quite helpful. Nope. We'll just take that. Okay, 0-4-1. We'll see how we go next game. Alright, game number 2. Let's... okay, I think this is going to be... it's green and black. I think this might be an elf deck. I have a feeling this is an elf deck. Which... yeah, this is an elf deck. So I'm playing first. That's not actually a bad start. Keep that. It doesn't really matter if I play that now, but yeah, let's play that now. It's like I'm not really going to be blowing a Firing Impulse too early on. Might be an idea to get both things in the ice out before I start to play Anchor to the Aether. Basically searching. Okay. So yeah, green deck. I have a feeling it's an elf deck. It smells of an elf deck, I should say. Play the thing in the ice. Yeah. Boiling Earth. I mean, I think I might get the other thing in the ice out first, and that way we can flip them over at the same time. But I'm gonna definitely need more lands. Tingle Pack. Oh, actually, it might be a wolf. No, green blue. It might be. Ooh. I wonder if it'll be another Bant deck. So if I green blue, I'm thinking Timber Wolf Pack smells of a wolf. To me, yeah, again, no lands. Ugh, this is the second time. That seems to happen every so often. I get a nice hand and no lands to actually do anything. So, ooh. Yeah, that's some time for me to keep back. No point in him attacking. Play Skyline Cascade. Tap that. Actually, it might be a Renown deck. Now looking at it. Yep. In there. So I can use Disperse to send something back if I need to. Boiling Earth will be useful. Won't be much use. Unless he gets out a few 1-drops. Put a +1/+1 counter on something. What's he gonna put it on? It's the question of whether or not I use the disperse now or anchor to the ether. Yeah, let's use the disperse now. Send that back. That renders that. So that renders basically a waste for him. Sacrifice, he'll search for something. Okay. Oh, I can stuff him up by using Anchor to the Ether to send his Timberwolf pack back to his to the top of his library and allow me to do a little bit of deck stacking. I can boil Earth to knock off his 1/1, which may be useful. We'll see. We'll see what we get this turn. Mountain. Now let's anchor to the ether now. Let's stall him, I think is the way to go. That I can also debt stack. At the moment I don't... Do I need that land? No, let's stick that at the bottom. I think we can do without lands for a wee while. Sweet. So now Fiery Impulse can also do 3 damage, which is an added bonus. And we'll probably get to flip our wonderful 0/4s over. So I sacrifice the land. At the moment I'm not needing land. What I'm needing is spells. So that's why I chose that. I mean, Boiling Earth is probably not really going to be worth me tossing Awakening at this rate. See what he does, because I might just Fiery Impulse. Right, so now that means... okay, so we got a Shrivel, Spell Shrivel. I'm so tempted to just hold back so I can use that. Oh. I'm gonna hold back because something tells me I'm going to enjoy using the Spell Shrivel at the moment. Let's have a look. Can't block. Does he enough to transform it? Nope. No, let that through. I'll just build it up. We'll just Boiling Earth it. Timberwolf pack, which we will Spell Shrivel. Nope, we missed it. Okay, oh well. It's not that much of a problem because we'll bounce that back to its hand next turn anyway. If I can get another land out, that would be perfect. Yep, there we go. That's what I wanted. So what we'll do is we will Boiling Earth. Knocks off So unfortunately his two cards kind of got bounced back before I could do anything to them. Oh well, whatever. We knocked off his thing. We'll swing with the horrors for 14 damage. Yeah. So that's actually quite good. That's a good play out. That's a very, very good play out for us. Now we've got the 7/8s. What's he gonna play? What's he going to play? I want him to play out a few. Ooh. Yeah, actually, no, we'll take that. Because he'll just bounce one of my horrors back. Whoop-de-doo. I'll play it next turn. Helps me boost up that transform. What else is the next move? Yeah, whatever. I'll let that come through. I'll let that go through. Yeah, I mean, it's 6. That's not going to be able to kill my horror. Plus, if I need to, I can bounce. So we'll play Thing on the Ice again. And then we will swing. So he's got a block up. He loses. He's not going to be able to finish it off. Anyway, so whatever. Yep, let that through. And I think we'll just end that there. So it's good. The thing is that if I got another land, I'd be able to play the countermand. But at the moment I'm going to have to rely on Spell Shrivel and hope that he doesn't have... If he plays a 2-drop spell, then I won't be able to Shrivel. If he plays... okay... I'm going to say... No, we're going to Shrivel that. I mean, whether or not it's a good time to Shrivel that card now or later is irrelevant. It's beneficial to me. We'll keep playing. We'll keep going. Let's see how we do. Right, we will... attack. What you can do is block the 7 damage. Yep. And we'll end that there. It's usually when I'm playing counter burn decks. Hang on. Continue. Stop. We're going to counter. So normally when I'm playing counter burn decks, I usually like to try and make sure most of them are most of it is instants. Mostly because that gives you a lot more control. Sorceries really can be detrimental to you. I think we'll go attack with all. Let's see what he plays. Yep. We'll grab 6 zombies. Ooh, he's gonna... Unfortunately, we'll flip all my zombies back, but... do I do a transform? this is kind of a win, so we'll swing out. We'll take the win now. I mean, I'd love to get that transform, but I think we'll just take the win. So that's game number 2, 1 for 1. We'll see how we go next game. Alright, game number 3. So far we're 1 for 1. Yeah, when this deck gets a good control, it starts to work, but it's that whole, I think this is kind of the age-old problem of aggro beats control. We'll take a gamble. I mean, we might be able to pull off, so he's red-blue as well. Calculate dismissal and anchor to the ether, quite effective. On the third turn, that'll be useful. The 2/1 flyer, sacrifice spirit, whatever. We can, if we get a red, if we get a mountain, we can pop that off pretty easily. Which, what do you know? We're not going to get our mountains again. Geez, this is what happened in that first game. Might be an imbalance of the mountains. So yeah, next turn I might hold back and get the calculated dismissal. So you'll swing for 2. Nothing I can do about that. So yeah, we'll might have to hold back. No, I want the calculated dismissal ready to go. So we will call that there. We'll have to take a little bit more damage, but I want to be able to play the calculated dismissal. It's incredibly important that I be able to play that. This is the thing about counterspells, is you have to figure out which is going to be more beneficial. And usually holding back on the counterspell is a good idea. Or setting up to play your counterspells is the best move. So he's not going to play anything. Okay. So now I know that calculated dismissal is okay to use at any time I like. We'll play Highland Lake. Again, gonna hold off because I want to be able to play that calculated dismissal. Otherwise I'll drop the Harbinger of the Tide. But at the moment it's not a good idea. Still having take damage, but it's something we're just going to have to put up with until I know it's safe. Alright, if I can get out another mountain would be great. That is perfect. That is perfect. Just in case he's got a counterspell up his sleeve, which I'm kind of banking on, or actually he's going to play a counterspell. I think he's going to play, yep, so Flying Flash. This is, oops, cancel. Hang on. Flying Flash. When it enters the battlefield, except target spell converted by cost to the less. Sell cards. The cards is. Counter target spell. Damn. That came in before I could stop it. Damn. anchor to the ether that now. No, we'll have to wait. We'll wait. We'll take the 4 damage. This is not done how I wanted it. Let's go Twin Bolt. Right. We're going to, let's see, we got 6 mana, so what we'll do is we'll anchor to the ether. Put that at the bottom, because we need spells at the moment. Do I want to cast this card? Freaking why not? Might as well have a creature out to fight and defend me. Unfortunately, it means I don't get to use my calculated dismissal countermand. That was actually silly. So it's control. Right, I need something to bounce that back. Or not. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually good. But you have something to counter it. I think it's best. I don't want to blow this now, but because I want to keep counter spells. This is, I'm starting to, but that needs to go now. Need to remove that now. Oh, actually, I know what I should have done. Actually, me not paying attention to what I have in my hand. Oh. What I should have done was attack the Harbinger and then Twin Bolt it to finish it off, but that leaves my mana open for command and calculated dismissal. Fortunately now he's open. I'm not paying attention to what's going on. Let's see. Whatever. Sacrifice a permanent, exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment. It will probably go. Yeah, this is why I should have left my things open. Alright. Well, we're sort of back on track now with trying to set up the counter spells. I have creatures on the field, he doesn't. We're gonna keep attacking. Hope that we can do a lot of damage. We're going to end there. What are you going to play? That is interesting. So yeah, we've got a nice hand at the moment. We can just sort of sit there and wait. I've made some big mistakes on this, not paying attention to what I've got in my hand, what I should be doing, but I think we'll go countermand. Get rid of that. And calculated dismissal. does, so put that on top. So that's double countered burnt. The best you can do is maybe drop a 2-drop, something 2-drop. Probably not. Right. We'll just go attack. So now we're in the control section. We've got control over this game. Now, if we can land 2 more attacks on him, we've basically got this. But we'll see. We'll see. Let it through. If we need to, we can burn it. Or I can bounce it. Burn a bounce. Or disperse it. Burn it next turn if we need to. Nope. Even better. Even better. So yeah, just 2 more hits and 2 more attacks, and we've won this. What are you going to play? Just sit back, ready to drop the countermand. Yep, let him play it. So we'll just anchor to the ether. We'll play down the mountain. Yep, anchor to the ether. He'll return it to his hand. Whatever. Fortunately, since the target went, I wasn't able to scry. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna actually playing more land. Whatever, let that through again. I can always twin bolt it if I need to. Countermand. This has not been working in his favour now. I've been getting out the very cards I need to control this game. So this is where counterburn decks shine, is where they're able to just sit there. Okay. Still got through. Well, what we'll do is we will yep. Skip. Unfortunately, those flies are going to be in my way. We'll have to let them through this turn. Fish player. Well played. Well played. we just go disperse, and twin bolt. Can't activate it, bud. I just removed everything. And that's a win. So that's two for one. So yeah, when this deck has control over the game, it's much more effective. But yep. All right, we'll have another game. All right, game number 4. As we've seen with this deck so far, this is the typical problem with counterburns, is if they don't get control of over the game, they tend to burn out quickly. But nope, we've been doing reasonably well. We get a nice balance of cards. Yeah. Turn 3. Alright. So this, the enemy deck has white. We'll play Silver Falls. Get it out now. Fortunately, it sort of reveals what sort of deck I'm playing, but not too worried. So we'll play Jace next turn. Yep, that's pretty good. Play Mountain. We'll get out Jace now. Then we'll have Calculated Dismissal ready to go. We can utilize Jace, not really needing all these lands at the moment, so we can probably use Jace next turn as well. We'll get out. Yep. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. So this might be a white rally, white weenies. It's one of the two. Play an island, and we will end there. We need to use Jace when we need to. I mean, it doesn't matter if I end up discarding a few lands. I recognize this deck. This has been pretty typical. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think actually I might have some stuff to fire back with anyway. Nope. Calculated Dismissal. Get that off nice and early. Let him attack. Because we'll just fire off Jace. Give up a few lands. It's no big deal if I lose a good land. That is very good. We'll play down that. Okay, so now we're probably not wanting to use the cards as much. Skip. So we've got a few spells in our hand now. That's good. Unfortunately, we're going to have to knock that off, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's see, what's our next move? Let him attack. It's more important that I can counter than worrying about whether or not I get damage. I think not. We will send your spell to the graveyard. Ooh, nope. That's fine. And it's going to bring it back, and then I can just counter it again. That is going to be useful much later. Continue. Probably should have held off firing off Jace earlier. We'll end there. Alright. Get him attack. Skip. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let's go spell shrivel. Actually, we will go, because that will put 5 cards, allow me to flip Jace over. Sacrifice the disperse. Get Jace. Actually, no, we'll leave that. We'll keep the Twin Bolt back for later. And turn. So we're actually in a very, very good control position. This has been quite effective. We're definitely controlling the game reasonably well. I'd like to get some more lands rather than waste those. Whatever, I mean, it's... Okay, Jace is going to have to take 1 damage. No, let that through. Because I'll just Twin Bolt that. Jace takes 1 damage, oh well. Let that damage come, doesn't matter. That's fine. Because we just go Twin Bolt. Getting rid of that. Two, three, four, five. And if I need to, I can probably use Jace's ability to pull out the Twin Bolt again and fire that off. But at the moment it's not really a big deal. Actually, I can probably combine it with the... Ooh, hello, no, what do you got? Absolutely not. Okay, let's have a look. I might have to fire the Twin Bolt. That's a well played move. What to do? I can't. I'd love to get him up. What I think I might do actually is I'll give you -2/-2. play a dragon fodder. So if he plays an ally, I'll just chuck one in front. If he doesn't play an ally, I'll be able to kill it. But we'll see. I think he's going to play an ally. Actually, I can counter some of his stuff while we wait. But hopefully we can utilize... Nope. He probably won't attack because I'll be able to kill off his creatures. That is an interesting move. So I'll just do this. Confirm. Because all I gotta do is get a couple more turns. Playing a 1. Okay. I could drop those both, but I want to make sure he can't play anything. So I'm gonna hold out. I mean, at the moment that is not an issue. That creature is just... I can deal to... That's out of the way. It's like 1 damage, which I'll stop with the Twin Bolt. And then I have a Scatter to the Wind still available. So you play a 1/1. This is actually not too bad for me at the moment because I will probably be able to get Jace out. Yeah, play. Ooh. Actually, I might have to use... That might be good later on when he gets out a lot, and then just fire off Jace to finish that off. He'll attack, I'll let that go through. Pull out a couple of little 1/1s. Eventually, like, this is going to be worth dropping down. Keep you out of the way. The thing is he's now won't play anything because he's figured I probably have a counterspell. So, and I can get out Scatter to the Wind or a Boiling Earth, then I can screw it, that's not coming out. Let's put you up. If I get one more land, then I get a Boiling Earth. He hesitated. He's hesitated. No! Okay, so he's going for me. That's interesting. So that land, I'm just going to have that land sit there to defend me. Look at that, we got another. And we'll get say turn. This next turn we'll activate Jace's ultimate, get the emblem. That's going to be benefit. Hell no. Countermand that. Ooh, okay, what is he playing? Gain life equal to... That is a bizarre move. Okay, so he's going for me. I'm going to hold back on the fire impulse. I'm going to take the 2 damage. No, because I can make it 1 damage. I can make it 1 damage. Alright. So what we'll do is we will go because I'm willing to risk Jace now. I have the emblem in play. I'd love to get that creature out, but I think it's going to be best to go Boiling Earth. Knock off those 1/1s. You. So that's not that much of an issue. I can burn it if I need to. Skip attack. Turn. I can burn or block it, so it's not an issue. And then Jace is still going to be effective next turn. Can't really deal to it, but get rid of the life and put a +1 swing counter on it. Meh. I think that thing can be blown up. Ooh. No, blow it up. And you can lose a card. So we got some really good control right now. Yeah. Attack. Because it is safe to do so. If I need to, I can drop the exquisite firecraft on someone. Ooh. Gideon. I'm sorry, bud, but we can't allow your kind to exist. Okay, I'm just going to go Highland Lake. Exquisite Firecraft. Sorry, Gideon, we can't allow your kind to live. There is a rule against enemy planeswalkers. Okay. Once it turn, we can still use the disperse if it tries to attack. And the token just is a good token killer. Disperse is a really good token killer. His deck is whittling down. Might actually have to keep the land back now. So I can do those 1/1s, or a couple more. Get rid of you. Actually, we can have a huge advantage here because we will just go anchor to the ether. Basically, it'll kill the token. I get to scry. Put that on the bottom. We don't need lands. What is this madness? We don't need lands. So yeah, this is a deck that when it gets control, it starts to really hammer. It's actually a smart move because now Jace is no longer effective against him. Tokens, lots and lots of tokens. So yeah, when this has a lot of when this is a deck that's based on control, when you've got full control over the game, it's, you know, you've got it. Jeez, get out another emblem at this rate. And that's its huge advantage. It just sits there and keeps gaining. If it's got control, then it will win the game. But if it starts falling behind and trying to control its opponent, it will start to lose. Ooh, another token. What, another Boiling Earth. So we can knock those tokens off. Right. Continue. Attack. Ooh. Okay. That was... Okay. I want my land back. How dare you? How dare you do that? I want my land back. Thank you. That will do that. Send you back. Okay, goodbye token. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Let's go. Exquisite Firecraft. Play that. Okay, why isn't it letting me play? Ugh, jeez. Cast this card. There we go, that's what I want. And remove that. I'll let that come through. It's like, whatever, 2 damage. And he's decked anyway. Congratulations, we managed to actually mill someone with this deck. That was a very, very long game. I think on that note, we'll call it a win there and end it. Thanks for watching, guys. That deck that's Counterburn for you, one of my favourite styles of play. It's not exactly a Counterburn deck I'd like, but it is fairly effective. Hit like, dislike, subscribe, whatever. Catch you all later.